of the publishing persuasion, of the publishing persuasion. Okay.
And just putting socks on, my feet got cold.
Well, I figured out I got my freaking I figured this out. I untangled this impossible knot.
Don't
Thank
even
God.
stress. I don't know why, but like it's the same. I was literally like, I was like, why didn't I do check some of these things? My mic is also super tangled. I reckon that's why it wouldn't work last time. You'd think I would have untangled it since like 3 weeks ago. No, no, I did not.
No. I had an interview the other day and I couldn't figure out like my microphone wouldn't work and the guy was like, "Wait, you have a podcast, right?" And I was like, "Yep." And I'm quite confident that the sound was really bad and maybe he was just being nice because I
Yeah.
used my headphones.
It was really bad when you switched something after. It was like you
It was to
sounded like
this.
you were on another planet.
Oh God.
Like,
Well, hopefully that interview turned out okay.
it's fine. It kind of sometimes when the connection is that bad, it kind of makes you sound like you are like superhero level famous. Because it's like
Yeah.
you didn't like you're off somewhere on Hawaii with your feet up, you know? The
Yeah.
connection's shit because you're somewhere glamorous.
We're gonna go with that from now on. Look at Smokey behind me.
Oh, God bless him. Look at him.
He is
Oh,
out, man.
Smokey.
I
Not the
know.
atheist blessing Smokey with God.
You
But
know
he
what
looks so
though?
cute. He made me believe for a
Yeah.
second.
Animals have a way, you
It's
know?
cute.
Animals have a way. It's true.
If you can't see him, listeners, Smokey has the most enormous beanbag
Yeah.
poofle, some kind of
Yeah.
giant poofle I've ever seen. He is he is melted into it. It is
It's true.
completely snuggled around him. He looks like he is in absolute bliss.
Oh
I
yeah.
won't
And he had to work for that. He dug his way into that hole. He
I
was.
saw him digging behind you at the
Oh,
start of
did
last.
you?
Yeah. Does he dance for ages?
Yes. Yes. Where you have to be like, here, let me help you. And then you try, and he's like, that's not what I wanted.
No,
Like,
that's not how he
you have
was
to let a
doing.
guy go, you know? Anyway, welcome everybody to Of the Publishing Persuasion. We're back. We're better than ever. We're here, ready to go. Melanie, you look really nice. I love your outfit
Thanks.
today.
Do you know, I sometimes I look really nice when everything's dirty because I've run out of casual clothes that are clean. Because
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
I still don't have a laundry. I probably never will. Although one of my friends has given me a secret key to the building next door. But I don't have coins
Ooh.
yet for their laundry, so we've made an alliance. So I do have a laundry nearby now, but I don't have coins yet. So anyway, we're
Oh.
down. We are through all the comfy t-shirts and we're down to dress clothes.
And that's how we know. That's how we know when it's near laundry time. So do you have to take it to like a laundry mat, or is that
Yeah,
what you guys
so
call
we
it?
like load up basically because we're lazy. We go through all our clothes and rewear the dirty ones sometimes. And
Yeah.
then when everything's on the floor, we load up like 6 to 8 IKEA bags of everything, all the linen, all the every freaking rug, and we go and do like a day of laundry at a laundromat.
There you go. Honestly, I would do the same.
Yeah.
100 billion%.
It's
I
too
would do the
annoying to like take one little thing here and there. Like it's just
Yeah.
I just prefer to do it all at once and
Makes sense, honestly.
yeah.
When Alicia first started university,
Yeah.
that was the big thing was like trying to figure, especially for them, I mean, each dorm has their own like laundry,
Mm,
but trying to figure out when's the best time when other people aren't there and
yeah.
taking up all the laundry spots. Oh, it was a whole
That's a
thing she
whole
had to
thing.
learn.
I lived in dorms, and one of my first memories is having my new Bonds underwear stolen from the drying room. Does she have
No.
drying rooms? Just be careful if she does. Our
No.
the dorms I lived in was super old school, and so you you could do the laundry and then stick this huge hot room with just all
Oh.
these metal rods from like decades ago, like it's this old way of having a dryer, I guess. And so you stick them on these hot metal poles, and it's really super warm in there. And I had just gone and bought 8 new black pairs of Bonds undies because I'm like, I can't have the scungy ones. I'm living in dorms. And I
Yeah.
came back to get my freshly washed undies, and they're all gone. Someone had nicked it.
How dare?
Isn't that horrible?
How dare? That
So watch
is
out,
so
Alicia. Watch out.
well, they don't dry
Yeah.
manually, I guess
But
as you
even
would say.
from the dryer, and like
Yeah.
since I'm a laundromat person, there's always signs up in the laundromat like don't leave your stuff unattended. There's the laundry thieves operating.
Oh my
So they'll come and
gosh.
nick stuff out of the dryer while you're drying your clothes. But I was
Oh
just
my
like, like sometimes I'll stand there and guard it. I used to, but then lately I'm like, honestly though, like if they want to steal like my shit, it's not that great. They
Yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
need it more than me, and there's nothing in there that's that great.
Oh, yeah. No, Alicia, knowing her, she would like fight she would find them somehow, storm into their room and take back her shit. Like she's so funny about her
Oh, I
clothing
kept
because she
my
buys
eye
her
out.
clothes, you know?
Yeah. I kept
So
my eye
yeah.
out for months to just wait to see them and then to see if, like, I was watching those fucking hot beams for ages. I was like, if I see like, multiple pairs of that brand undie, I'm gonna wait and see who comes. But they were crafty. They never put it in the drying room.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
Isn't that
No,
evil?
that is because they had to really think about this. Like I can't dry them on the rack because
hmm
this poor girl I stole it from, she's gonna
Yeah.
know. Like they had to bring their wet undies up into their room
Yeah.
to dry.
It's all
Wow.
happening in dorms. You got to watch out. Not everybody's on And I swear Anna Tennyson stole my earrings from India.
How dare?
That
How dare?
she had her eye on them. She kept telling me how nice they were, and then also she like forced her friendship on me and kept coming into my room. One day, those earrings were just gone.
And then was she gone too? Did she come
She was
back?
gone back to America shortly after.
Oh shit. No, she took them. She took
She
them.
took it.
What a
Actually, it was a ring.
bitch.
It was a ring, not earrings. My bad.
Okay.
She
What a
stole my India ring that mall.
what a bitch.
Anna, if
God.
you're listening, I hope the guilt of that followed you forever, because I know you did it. Anyway, how are you?
I hope she's listening.
I hope
I
so.
hope so.
You'd be
Um,
surprised, like randomly, all these old school friends started following me recently. I was like, ah.
like
It's not, no,
no.
it's nice. Actually, they were good ones. They were good ones.
Oh, good, 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 good. No, a lot of my family follow, well, obviously they follow me, but they love you. Like I swear to God, I'm like, stop talking about Melanie, okay? Everybody, let me be, okay? They they think you're so funny and they love you.
Oh
Every
my
single one.
God. I'm gonna
All
have
of
to
Armando's,
visit my
you are.
fan.
You will be that girl because especially
Aw.
Armando's side of the family,
Oh,
they 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 love you. His Aunt Nancy just thinks you're hilarious.
okay.
His
Shout
mom, my
out Aunt
mother-in-law,
Nancy.
yeah, they think you're great. They think you're so funny. My mom loves you. So yeah,
Your mom does love me.
she does.
Hi, family. Well, honestly, I've never been more proud to be adopted into a family. So, thank you for loving my like wild Australian antics.
I know. I just like when I was pulling videos to like make your happy birthday post, happy birthday, Melanie. When I was pulling videos, like could just I just kept laughing because I was like, this bitch, like she like I was just looking at all your videos and like it's so funny to me because we have so many like deep, heartfelt, profound conversations, but like the only ones I re the like watching you like in an ostrich costume.
Oh,
Like
my
I just
inflatable ostrich.
yes. It just like oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing because I was just thinking of how we go from here to here and how it just feels right. It's just you're so funny. Yeah.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I think
No.
I think a long time ago I learned that like if I tried to like adopt one persona that I thought was cool, that life felt very limited. And so, yeah, I have chaotic range as a
I
result.
love I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like late this last maybe year I've held back because I do know so many family members watch me and I'm like, if
Nah,
only,
let it
but you
out.
gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Because and that's what they love so much about you is because you do. And
I have no filter.
it's genius. It's genius. Like I was just watching again all the videos you made Phil do. It's
Ah,
just
bless that
so good.
man. He also
Yeah.
says, he says I have to say, how dare you show him up for my birthday with that video. He was like, dang it. I was like, did you see the video Monty made? I was like, it made me cry. He's like, yeah, I saw it. He's like, that freaking Montoya. He's like, how am I meant to compete with that?
Oh, you can't. You can't. I'm
Exactly. That's what
sorry.
I told him. I was like, it's all right.
Yeah. Well, I hope he took you somewhere nice for your birthday, or would you guys, or you didn't
He
have to
got me
go somewhere nice.
flowers,
Oh,
sent
okay,
to the
okay.
house, which I was not expecting because we're not like flowers people. So it literally took me by surprise. This guy was like walking up with flowers and he was like, Philip? And I was like, yes. So it was a lovely, unexpected.
Were you on the toilet when he came in
No,
up?
I was rotting on the couch watching anime.
Oh, good.
So
Oh, okay.
basically,
Okay. Okay. I know you finished One Piece, or are you still watching it?
I've got one episode left and I can't
Me
even cope.
too.
I love that you're watching.
Yeah, yes, me. Well, so Adrian, my son,
Yeah,
he's watched every episode of the anime. He's got the
yeah,
books, the manga, like he has it all. So he's a super fan.
same.
And so we watched, the first season, and then he was like, let's watch it. And I knew you were watching it. So I was like, okay, I have to try and finish before Melanie. And he's like, well, no, we just have to finish because it's so good.
It's
Yes,
it's
so good.
so good. I
So good.
I'm so glad you brought this up. You may regret it. Because I have so many feelings about this and it's like come I'm also an OG fan. Like I would say in my early 20s I found One Piece, the anime, and it found me at like a very tumultuous lost time in my life where I just had no direction. And that I always say that anime critically changed my brain chemistry. Like I
Mm,
know it did because we were just talking with Laura about like and I mentioned about how like when you're a teenager you can feel like in this box, but that extends beyond teenage years.
mm,
Society will try keep you in that box. It's just like a grand control, right? It's how you control people. You just keep them in this framework that they never break out of. And I felt that so acutely. I felt it growing up. I felt the box and I didn't want to be in it. But when everyone around you is in it, like growing up really conservative, everyone's in this kind of thing. You can't see a way out. You kind of can't, you just fumble your way through kind of following the good energy people. But it's like limited. And I do think stuff like this and other anime as well, but something about Luffy and like the themes, the way it deals with the themes. It is very long-winded as an anime, but again, when you're looking for something like that, just the way it breaks down like life and like what really matters and it appeals so deeply to my sense of justice in the world. So I think it gave me the courage to chase writing like in a real
mm.
way because they're always like searching for the one piece, but it's so much more than that. And I think it just made me like, oh yeah, I don't have to live in the box. I can step out, I can carve my own path. And it's so frightening, but it's like the only thing more frightening is staying in the box when you feel that like there's something outside of this. I don't have to live like this. And that anime really like woke up the parts of my brain that I think were I think the brainwashing of conservative religion. I will always talk about this because unless you've grown up as a child and what that does to kids to bring them up with like the constant like fear of apocalypse and like demons behind everything and whatever. The way that fucks up your brain, like there's a reason my nervous system is shot. I was just like I'm on a few of these pages for this stuff and I'm like I resonate so much with like some of this deep Mormon stuff because we didn't have the rapture and whatever. Is the Mormons rapture? My bad.
Uh,
I
I
think
don't
so.
know. I don't know if they have the
Somebody
rapture.
has
I don't know.
rapture. Adventism doesn't have that, which is what I grew up in, but
Oh,
they have a
okay.
very strong end of days focus. Extreme, like it is still a death cult. And like the whole focus is you could go any moment. And I used to lie awake at night just frozen in bed
Mm,
as a child, just frozen, couldn't sleep, just waiting for the trumpets to blow and for the world to end. And if I wasn't frozen waiting for apocalypse, I was like, when are the demons going to come? And it wasn't even just like fearing demons in the shadows. It was fearing them in anything outside of your narrow religion, fearing them in things that felt too good. Oh,
hmm
this career feels too exciting. Demons. Probably the
mm.
devil trying to lead me astray. Don't pick. Oh God, if you picked a career where you were like gonna be in the spotlight, woo, demons. So anyway,
Oh,
I
no.
told you that a lot of side quests was going to come for this, but I'm very in my feels about watching One Piece because it's come back to me at a time when I'm trying to find my courage again. When I am like trying to find that fire that like I set out with and reawaken the parts of myself that have grown crusted over with fear. And
Mm,
so what rewatching One Piece in this medium where they are the heart of it, everything, it's been done so brilliantly, the live action. I am just it reminded me at a very good time when I'm already fighting to get that back. It was like, yeah, bitch, you already were this, like just you're right for doing and chasing the things that matter to you, like because that's what's your One Piece. That's what matters to you. Anyway, sorry, I could
that's
go
good.
on, like I could I could
That's
go on
good
a
though.
thousand side quests with how much I love One Piece. What do you, as a like kind of
Yeah.
new viewer, because you would have watched some of the anime maybe with your son, but not enough to follow
No.
along. No, this is
I
the
mean,
first.
I would pop in like to his room or into the living room and see like Luffy or
Yeah.
see certain
Yeah.
scenes. But I never watched it. Like I would come in and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm on episode 500 and something." I'm like, "Holy
Mm.
crap. Like where what are
Yeah,
you
there's a lot of
what?"
episodes.
But and he binged it so hard and so seeing his excitement, I was like, "Okay, we have to
Yeah.
watch this obviously." As a like have no idea what the plot like anything going into it. Like I just thought the characters looked cool, so I was like, "Yes, let's do it." It's awesome. It's so epic, and I just like in my cheesy mind, I kept thinking like, "Thank you to Netflix and to creators for like taking a chance to do things big.
Yeah.
Like the sets feel big, the
So big.
scenes feel big. There was a fight scene where it's like he killed 100 people. Everything felt big and done well. And I was just
Yeah.
like in my head thinking like, thank goodness they're still taking chances to do art like this and
Yes.
to like spend money because I'm sure it's so much money and I'm sure they're getting it all back because it's so popular, but it's
Hmm.
because they did it well, so well.
Mm.
So like I was just over there just cheesing like, oh, thank God, like cinema's not or
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
cinema, it's not dead because sometimes it feels like everything just feels so like
Rigged.
what yeah, just everything just feels vanilla or they don't want to go
Yeah.
there. Sinners was like that for me. Have you seen Sinners yet?
I haven't yet, but I really
Okay,
want
you
to. How
must.
scary is it? I can probably
It's
do it.
you can because the
Yeah.
story is so good
Yeah.
and the just the characters and everything is so
Oh
good
my
and it's one of
God.
those things where like thank God they're still doing cinema um and the
Mm.
director he's from California, he's a Bay Area guy, so it's again you're feeling like very like "Oh, okay, yes, like we're getting there." And it's just so damn good. So yeah, thank
Mm.
God there's people still getting to do the big stuff
Yeah,
and we have to keep boosting it and talking about it and making it popular and showing that this is what we want. So yeah.
exactly. Exactly. And yeah, what I was gonna say is I read this article this week from an agent we've had on the show, Aussie one, Danielle Binks, and she was just kind of writing an article about how how she's like, I'm just gonna call it out. She's like, publishers keep spending like six, seven figure deals on these formulaic books that are
Mm,
just like rewritten fanfic. She was calling out fanfic. Sorry if for the
mm-hmm.
fanfic
Mm-hmm.
people, but she was just saying like, why is it actually okay that this is all that publishers are going to go for now? Like kind of calling out yeah, the ones that are profiting off the mega fandoms, and then they just change the names and change the
Yeah.
storyline. But then the publisher still uses that branding to sell the book. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like in an era where it's harder than ever for debut authors to break through. She's like, isn't this the opposite of what we should be telling our writers to do? Like, isn't it about honing your own voice and like taking inspiration from all the things you love, but like not just taking that world because you know there's already fans in that world? I found it's an interesting article. Like, she wasn't completely dissing it. She was just saying the capitalization of it in publishing and how much money is being poured into that because it's like a sure bet for publishers.
Yes.
And it just kind of reminds me of that. And I'm just like, yeah, like this this formula that like works to pump money back into the capitalist machine. But you're right, it all feels the same at a point. It all feels the same. And
Yes.
it's why I'm always careful about how closely I follow like Save the Cat or whatever, because I actually don't want my work to feel exactly like everything else. I actually don't want it to be exactly predictable. And I love going on an adventure with a new, and I think that's the thing with One Piece. It feels so new to a lot of people because it's following like it hasn't strayed from the anime. It has kept that heart and that authenticity and just kind of consolidated because the series is so sprawling and large. It's like kind of just consolidated it into a more short form, but it's all there. And like I agree, like that's what I want. I want the meat and bone and the goods, and I want to hear the new voices, and I want to see the human on the page. Like I cannot say enough times fuck AI because fuck AI. Like I cannot the basic bitches pushing that as like a form of art. I cannot even cope with my annoyance at it.
That's valid. That is very valid. Yes, bring like we need that humanity. We need that
Yeah,
imperfection because it's in the imperfection that we find like true humanity
yeah.
and like the goods. And so, yes, we talk about like capitalism
I know.
often,
We're
but
very mad about
we
capitalism.
are because it really and truly rips the heart out of something and
Yeah,
then they just try to regurgitate it or repackage it so that you could sell it again and again
yeah.
and again and again and slowly readers, movie watchers, like we just accept it like, oh, this is what we should expect. And like it shouldn't be. We should be constantly searching for the new and exciting
Mm,
and like something that makes you feel not just like, oh, here comes this, sexy shadow daddy again, or you
yeah,
know what I mean? Because
yeah,
it
yeah,
was so good when we first got it that we're still searching for it. But like
yeah,
we can have something else. Like let's get more things. Um yeah, not that I don't love shadow daddies, obviously
yeah.
everybody loves a
No, no,
shadow
I know.
daddy.
Everything with
But
balance, and not that I'm
yeah,
completely shitting on fanfic either, but I found the article very interesting and relatable because I was like, yeah, like I do think that a lot of just capitalist choices are being made sometimes. And
absolutely. At the end of the day, that's all they care about. At the end, the
I
people at the very top, which is so it just makes you like want to bash your head against the wall because you're
yeah.
like, there's so much that we could explore as artists and creatives that we can't because
Mm,
at the end of the day, the powers that be, only care about money
mm.
and the bottom line. And I was just talking with someone the other day about this, like that's why we're seeing so much. I feel like we're seeing this shift of, pouring into debut authors or new authors, and really these big um, publishing houses are going to indie authors who are killing it, who are already
Oh
proving
yeah.
that
And they
they
collect them.
Yeah, and they collect them. And
Mm,
obviously if I was an indie and they were like, "Here, I have this. I'm going to repackage it. We're going to make you good money. You're going to make new readers." Like, hell yes. Hell
mm,
yes. Like that's a great option. However, I think and yes, get it, get it, get it, get it. But I feel like trad pub, because they move so slow and they don't ever like to take risks because they don't want to lose money, that's where the new focus for them is going to shift in, like, going for people that have already
yeah.
proved themselves, that have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
following, that can show that they have sales, instead of like finding a book that they really think. And of course those books are brilliant too, but I'm saying, like, finding it from the slush, from the editor's slush, and really being transported by the words that this author has put on the
Mm,
page and being like, I am going to back this book. And
yeah.
I feel like maybe some editors can't, because they already know they're going to hear a no. And
Mm,
so, yeah, I feel like capitalism again
dang
is
it.
destroying everything again. And us creators are just going to have to find a new way again, or a better way, or find those editors that are willing to fight to the
Yeah.
death for
I
you.
think though that's the thing, like coming back to One Piece, it reminds me that like all of that, like we're not alone.
Mm,
I think the most important thing is to be reminded that we're not alone in thinking like this, because I think when you feel isolated with those thoughts, it feels insurmountable and like hope is lost. And I think that's something like why that character of Luffy is so powerful, because you meet people who wake you up and they are able to like remind you that it's worth chasing your dreams, that it's worth pushing through for that, and that there are people who actually want that wholesome old, like, no AI, no capital, like there's people who are like rooting for the gritty art riddled people of us with like the messy brains and like the scrappy abilities that we've developed along the way, you know?
yeah, right, right, yes.
Just like
Yes.
marketing myself here right now.
But it's true, we aren't alone. There's so many of us that
Yeah,
really do feel that way, and we want to create the art,
I think so.
and we deserve to be here doing it.
Yes. And
Damn it.
speaking of art,
Oh
look what I got in the
yeah.
mail.
Monty
Monty, look at her
Moore.
shine. Just had to shout out our girl and the
Oh,
glorious warrior.
isn't he so perfect?
He's so perfect.
Yes.
Robin Alvarez has
Yes.
done an amazing job on the artwork and the layout and everything of this as well. And yeah,
Yeah.
just so excited for this and everything that
BookCon Carry
Monty.
On.
Yeah, book on,
Yes.
carry on, get it. The my favorite spicy book ever. And yeah, excited to see what Monty's gonna do and what this pub house is gonna do, because yeah, I think they are they are one of the things in this cycle break, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Love that. Yes. I'm so happy that Robin sent you the figurine. He's so hot and
Shout out to her PA Jen, because Jen gave me this. I think she had a
oh
spare one.
yay.
Because yeah, these are limited edition. I wanted one so bad, but they were not shippable to Australia. So when I
Ah.
opened that package, I had no clue he was in there. I fangirled. Like my video is almost embarrassing. I lost my shit over this warrior.
As you should,
Yeah.
honestly. As you should. Yes. Yeah, that was part of a is it GoFundMe? Kickstarter.
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 Yeah.
Kickstarter that Robin did for BookCon Carry On. And
Yeah.
yeah, and so that was for like I don't the top tier, I guess. I don't really
Yeah,
know,
top
but
tier, baby. I have an in
top
with the
tier.
publishing house. But how have
Yeah.
you, before I go on too many side quests, how have you been otherwise? Do you have any updates, anything that you're cooking away? You keep teasing
I
us all with some announcement, but I won't ask you now. I want the full reaction.
okay. Well, I think you already know,
Yeah, I
but
probably already know.
yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
I
which one?
haven't.
Hmm?
Yeah, what is it now? No, no, it's and I think I've talked about this, and I'm sure I think I get to announce it tomorrow if it's up on the publisher's marketplace. I
Oh,
don't know.
oh, it's time.
It's time. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say it here because by the time maybe this is
Yeah, I'll
up.
wait.
Okay. Yeah, so we are officially announcing book four, The Immortal Undoing. And yes, The Immortal Undoing. I'm really, really excited. So that's what I've been working on, like busting my ass on
Mm,
writing this book. It's big. It's like I've had a few like readers, beta readers that have read my other things, almost all of my other things. And like every single one of them has said that this is much different from my other stories. This one
mm.
is like fantasy.
Oh yeah.
And so that's been very scary, but it I'm really excited because it feels very big. It feels very high stakes. Yes, so we'll see. I can read the a little announcement that they're gonna
Oh my
do.
God, do it.
If I can find
While you're
it.
finding it, I'm going to put this book back and just draw your attention to your enormous stack. I'm going to have to eventually move your
Oh my,
shrine. You've got a shrine here right now.
look at
She's got a
that.
stack. Okay, it's not going to stay. But also,
Yeah.
how funny is it having the FG beside your FG?
I mean, it feels right. Like if you ever get bored and you want to just like play like little Barbies.
So what Phil said, he's like, now make them kiss. And I was like, that could be weird.
Make them. Okay. So this is what it's called, or it said this is my publisher's weekly write-up. It says Joy Revolution has acquired The Immortal Undoing by award-winning author Angela Montoya, a young adult romantasy in which Xochitl Quetzal, the all-power feathered serpent goddess, sends her greatest warriors to clear a path for her to devour the world in 10 days. When her army commander accidentally loses his godlike powers to a stubborn, beautiful young woman, the two must team up. He to get his power back, and her to use these newfound gifts to save not only her village, but all of humanity.
I was trying to mime it while you were doing it.
Oh, I'm sure it was
No, it
glorious.
was terrible.
Sure, it was
That
so
is
good.
legendary. What a pitch in the announcement. How are you feeling about
I don't know. I feel
that
fine. I don't
winning?
know.
Yeah.
Feel great.
Feel great. It's gonna be great. And honestly, even like the very early ideas that you had for this had me like I felt like this feels like a very, like you said, it's a huge world. And yeah, I'm excited for like full fantasy Montoya. Like it's gonna be the full
Yeah.
fantasy.
A full fantasy. Yes, let's hope. What have you been up to? How are
Oh my
things?
God, thank you for asking. I don't know. Yeah, I'm on like this weird giddy high because I've started doing a graphic novel writing mentorship with the Amparo Ortiz, who we've got to
Oh,
get back on the
yes.
show to talk about all the things. I just fucking love that woman. Like, some people their energy is just so good. You know what I mean? Like her energy,
Mm-hmm.
anytime I've had anything to do with her, her energy is so powerful and so good. You just feel like a better person just for like speaking to her.
Yeah.
And yeah, she posted a while back about like a graphic novel mentorship and I saw it and honestly I was in a terrible frame of mind when I saw it. And so I wasn't even like necessarily thinking like how major it could be for me. But I was like, oh, I love Amparo. I could use some good Amparo energy. And I've always been interested in graphic novels. I just had no idea where to start. One time ages ago I did a graphic novel course, but it was for the art. And
Mhm.
it's not for me. Drawing is not for me. So this is like specifically for script writing of graphic
Cool.
novels, which is what she does. So I signed up for it at that time and I kind of like forgot a bit about it because I was in the depths of despair. And then as it came back around and I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, I started getting excited about this. And it kind of like dawns on you as like a mentorship with Amparo Ortiz, who's like, I'm a fangirl for. I was like, wow, like, and she made it so affordable. I was like, wow, I'm actually so lucky I signed up for it, even though I was in like a bad headspace. And then I got started on it. And I cannot even like I've been on the biggest high because I think I have not felt this like teenage boy confidence about, or just teenager confidence about my writing in a long time. Like I'm just writing, I'm like, it's fucking lit, girl. Like it is fucking lit.
Yeah.
You're killing it. This is gonna be a bestseller. It's been so
Yes.
long since I talked like that to myself when I was writing, and I think we need it. I think it's essential to talk like that to yourself to keep going in this industry. So between this graphic novel course and One Piece, I've been refinding my teenager confidence. Our cloacas are so lit. We need shades. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for the positivity coming from Amparo and bizarrely, it is a rebirthing, as we spoke with Laura. The ashes of my Pitch Wars book is getting a whole new middle grade. It's not the same book, but there's parts of the characters and concepts about the world that I'm able to use for this, which makes it feel really fleshed out because I've done that book so many times. So I can
Yeah.
pull these things in and I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited. I could rant for a very long time about it. And I'm just going to ride that excitement. Like, I think I'm done with the season where I keep chopping myself back down. Because I think I've subconsciously been chopping myself back down and being like, don't put too much effort in because it might not happen. Or like, it creeps up on you,
Mm.
that negative back talk. It creeps up on you. And before you know it, you'd have lost faith in yourself entirely. And I'm checking that voice this year. Just in general, like I am in a season where I am just not listening to the frightened voice. Because like we said with Laura, like I'm already doing it. I'm already taking the steps. I'm already like chasing this thing. Why keep feeding myself negativity? You know what I mean? I'm gonna just
Amen.
have that Delulu teenager confidence because life's too short not to, you know what I mean?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I
And it's
feel it. I'm
good.
so
Like it
excited
is
for
fucking
you.
good. I can't wait to show you. So I've written like my first
Yeah.
10 pages and sent it off to Amparo Goddess. So she'll get some feedback back to me soon. And I see we have
Yay.
2 minutes left, so we better read the bio. Sorry,
We
that was so
better. Yes.
wanky.
Speaking of goddesses, do you want me to read it?
If you have it there,
I do.
absolutely.
Okay. Laura Taylor Namey is the New York Times and international best-selling author of young adult fiction, including Reese's Book Club Pick, A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. A proud Cuban American, she can be found hunting for vintage treasures and wishing she was in London or Paris. She lives in San Diego with her husband and two children. The former teacher writes young adult novels featuring quirky teens learning to navigate life and love. She holds a BA in elementary education from the University of San Diego and is the winner of the Peggy Miller Award for Excellence in Young Adult Fiction. A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow has been adapted for film and is expected to release shortly, which I am
That's
excited
so
about.
cool.
Yes.
So cool.
A Heartstopper?
Yeah.
You know the boy, not the he's redhead.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. It's Kid.
Nick? Nick?
Oh, okay. He is starring in that movie of her book of the adaptation.
Charlie's
So
love interest?
yes.
Oh my
Mhm.
God, that's
I
major.
know. I know. So
You're
I can't wait.
major.
Your major.
You're Smokey's major.
Major.
Bless him. Oh my God. Well, I feel I'm the biggest high as always after our chat, and I'm so excited for your big news to drop this week. I obviously won't release this until then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we're gonna
so
just keep teasing everybody. And happy birthday to you. So glad I beat Phil in the cheese factor.
yeah, yeah. You stressed him into sending flowers. I was like,
Good.
we're not super flowers people. So I was like, it's like I had to do something because usually I like him to get the day off, but he couldn't get it off.
Well, okay. Okay. We're here. We're happy. We're doing great. Laura, it's so good to see you as always.
So good to be here.
Yay. Yeah, Melanie, Laura and I have seen each other, I don't know how many times in the last few weeks or so, but it's been so, so fun.
So
We're
much
gonna
and not enough. How about that?
Oh,
exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I love that.
I know. It's always awesome seeing Laura. She's just like one of those people that you're just like, okay, here comes a queen walking
No, that's
down the road.
with a mirror looking at you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll take it. Okay, well, let's get right into it since I just took 20 minutes trying to detangle my headphone. We'll start with our first question and our one of our favorite questions, which is what is the strangest thing you own?
Right now, there have been a few candidates, but right now I think there is actually a book sweater that my Cuban girl book owns. She has her own sweater that a reader knitted for me or crocheted with gray cable knit to match the sweater on the Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow cover. And so Cuban Girl has her own sweater pocket thing. Yes.
Oh,
That's
no.
probably the weirdest, coolest thing I own right now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Readers make the coolest stuff, seriously. Like
Yeah.
we have such a creative community. I'm just now looking at this little FG here from Angela's. Well, it's
Oh, yes.
from Monty Amore's book, but
Maybe
that's,
Monty will show up today. Who
maybe
knows?
Yeah.
she will. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Funny, I have
Yeah.
never seen her and Angela Montoya in the same event, so
Well,
in
you know.
person.
I
So
don't
I
know.
don't
I don't
know.
know. She might not like me. I don't know,
I
but
don't
I
know.
swear every
Yeah,
time I enter the room, she's gone. It's weird.
it's so weird.
Yes. Okay. Well, besides me, what is something that you think about way too often? Like, what's your Roman Empire?
Coffee.
Mm,
It's
yes.
Uh,
the lifeblood of words. Yes. Yeah, probably coffee. Like, who am I having coffee with? Where am I getting coffee? Who's making me coffee? Where's my next cup of coffee? Yeah, that's one of
Mm.
that's a big one. It's a good
That's
one.
yeah.
like that's an honest, wholesome answer, and I really love it because yeah, I'm also often thinking about coffee.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's worthy.
Do you
Yeah.
have like a coffee technique? Like when you're at home, what are you do? Like how are you brewing your coffee?
Whatever my husband is doing, who's in charge of the coffee. So it's more like he'll set up the machine for me. And we have this really cool one that is like a Japanese
Ooh.
um, pour over machine. And so he will make coffee because he gets up at like oh dark 30 and I do not. So he'll make his coffee and then he'll set up the machine again with the water. It's all he has to have this like special grinder. It's all, I think he's thinking about coffee equally as much as I am. And
Mm,
then, yeah, so he sets it up. So I just have to push a button. I mean, it's not like I
I
don't know
love
how to
that.
do it. It's just he's up. And so he sets it up and then I can make my coffee when after my workout and all that. So it's whatever he's doing for me, I must
That's so
admit, at this
sweet.
point. Yes, very cool.
Yeah, that is.
Love.
Are you? I'm stuck on coffee. Are you
Yeah,
like you have to have cream or like sugar? Like do you take it black? What do you do?
black. That the one I make at home or he does black because it's really good and we get really good beans from a local roastery that's like sustainable and all this like delicious
Mm.
coffee. So, but if I'm out, I love like a flat white or a cappuccino, a latte. I love like those those fun ones sometimes.
Mm.
Nothing too sweet, more just like I don't need like I don't need it to be very sweet. Just,
Yeah, same.
interesting, maybe with a
Mm.
cool
Oh.
infusion, maybe like a lavender
Oh
honey
no. Now you're Angela's
latte.
girl. You're Angela's
Yeah,
girl.
I
You
like
lost me
that.
with the with the
Yeah.
infusion.
Sometimes that's really fun, but not every day. That's a treat. And
Yeah.
like I said, when I'm going out with my friends, we'll go and get that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So,
I want to go on a
mhm.
side quest now that we're still on coffee and ask,
Mm.
is there like, because I feel like coffee has these, like, it's not just the drink at a point, it's all these little memories that, like, are
Hmm.
magically tied to it. Is there, like, a precious, cozy memory that is attached to coffee for you that, like, stands out?
I think it's just travel in general because I remember having coffee like in Paris in in the left bank at
Yeah.
Café de Flore with like a croissant. I'm going to say it like that, a
Yeah.
croissant. I can't if I'm talking about Paris, otherwise it's like croissant.
Mm.
Yeah, that type of thing or being in Spain, all the
I
places that
love
I
that.
love or in Hawaii going to like the little Kona coffee the
Yeah.
farm and then getting coffee right from the farm like so it reminds me of trips because I have such wanderlust. I love to travel so much. So the coffee is something that we do when we travel. And so I always think of those places and imagine myself back there
Yeah. I
when
love
I
that so
when I get
much.
that.
Oh
So
my
beam me
gosh.
there now, please. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
All of
gosh.
those places.
You're so cool. I think we could hear all the stories from you, and I love that. I love that you love to travel. I want to take it back like to the very beginning for you. Like, did you always want to be a writer?
I think I always had a writer inside of me, but I had to grow into being an author.
Mm.
So I was always good at writing, but I never thought I could write long form. I was trained as a poet and trained, and I was a teacher. So I used to use writing and books, short form, long form, whatever, in my classroom in lieu of textbooks sometimes when I didn't like the lessons. I didn't feel like they were interesting enough, or, and especially to teach writing to my students. So I was writing a lot, reading a lot. And I would, like I said, I was always good at it, but it wasn't always a good time for me to be doing it until my own kids were like in junior high or a little younger, when I found that I had more time, and I saw them reading all these books, and I'm like, I want to do that. I'm such a reader, and I can write. I've gotten good marks. I had, a minor in creative writing, or types of not training, but like there was writing in my teaching degree where I would have to do that, and that's what I would choose to do. So I just gave it a go, and then I became an author. Just like
Yeah,
that. No,
okay.
no,
I'm gonna
that's greatly
backtrack a
simplifying.
little.
I'm greatly simplifying. It's kind of like that yada yada. It's like you yachted over the best part, like
Yes,
in Seinfeld.
that's it.
I know, but that's essentially the Cliff Notes version.
Mm.
Yeah.
I do want to ask a little bit about the actual publishing journey for you though. Like where did it go from like dabbling to actually like pursuing it seriously?
Good old 2017 Pitch Wars. RIP book
Mm.
Twitter, RIP old school pitch wars. That's where I met my critique partners. That is where I got so close. I was an alternate, and the book that I entered got really, really close to getting an agent. And it was enough to get me out to like writing conferences where I would, um, try to do all this stuff and learn and grow. And like I said, it was so close, but not quite. So I kept working on that. I had that book, I kept playing with it. And a few months later, I found my agent, not through the Pitch Wars process, but
Mm.
she was looking for the exact book that I wrote and had revised a few times through there. So it happened fairly quickly after that because I kind of had what she wanted. And I had a couple of offers at that point. And then it went kind of too quickly. I don't even like to admit that. It was pretty fast after I got my agent. She worked with me on the book that would become my debut. And, that book sold in 3 months to HarperCollins Inkyard. Yeah, and came out in 2019. So, yeah, I mean, goodness, I can't believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
goodness is right. Well, that's how Melanie and I met. We were Pitch Wars mentees. So
Hmm.
yeah, RIP to Pitch Wars.
Yeah.
Was the book that you got into it with, was that the very first book that you wrote?
No.
Okay.
And, I had another book. I have a drawer book. I think we all do. That like again got so so close, and then
Mm.
I decided to let that go. And that was hard because a lot of it got very close. Like agents were requesting it a lot. And but was problematic. It had problems. It had structural problems. It had story problems. But I learned to write on that book. That's what taught me. And I always say this, I learned to write by writing. And it was that book that is really dear to me because it really showed me what I could do and what I needed to learn. So I needed to go back to book
Mhm.
school. And then I started taking some classes. I started doing more. And then I wrote the book, that I entered Pitch Wars with. The other book got into Pitch Madness, which was like the Pitch Wars Junior um, the year before. So I did write, the second book and got way, way closer, and was able to get my agent, and that ended up being my debut. So that first book, no one will ever see it, but you will see it in every book that I write because it gets parted
Mhm.
out. There are lines from that book in my Cuban Girl book, in the book that just came out, If We Never End. There are lines, there are images, there are tidbits that live on, and I love that. It's like a car going into a garage that gets sold for parts. And so it goes, it's like ashes here. I'm like on the metaphors today. It's also ashes that get sprinkled into all my other books. It's not dead. It lives.
Yeah.
say.
No, that resonates. I'm just like rebirthing an old Pitch Wars book, and it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's some of the parts are the same, some of the characters are still there, but it's literally like you say, the ashes are growing a new tree
Yeah.
rather than it's not like I wouldn't call it a rewrite anymore. It's like something plucked from all these old things. I agree, it's never wasted. It's always like building your career or training your brain in some way or something that you're going to use later. None of it is, even if it feels like it in the moment, it can feel very disheartening when you've put stuff into it, but it always goes into something later.
It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing now. It's not so
Yeah.
beautiful when you're trying to find an agent, you're trying to break in, but you can look back and I can look back now with at that time really very
Mm.
fondly because it taught me a lot. Yeah, it
Mm.
was a good journey point. So, yeah.
Yeah. And you've had a very amazing journey. I mean, I'm looking behind you at all the books that you have out. So was it like, I mean, look at them. They're all each perfect in their own beautiful ways. Like, so after the first book sold, what was the process like that after that? Like, were you just writing book after book? How was it to continue to write these amazing stories?
I had to write. I
Mm.
feel like I came into writing later, but I finally realized what I was meant to do here on this earth. It was to do this, and that's okay that I started later. So once I started, I couldn't stop, and I got a really good response to my debut. It sold well. It earned out right away. It did, people loved it. Fans were dressing up as in blue and showing me their libraries. They were getting,
Mm.
their makeup done in these blue colors to match my cover. This was all new to me. And I'm like, okay, I do have a slot here. I can take up some space. And once I decided that it was okay to take up space, I was never going to give up that space and I was going to keep going. So I have been writing
Mm.
consistently at that time. So I've done goodness gracious, 5 books, 5 contemporaries in 6 years, and then took a little break and putting out a spec. And my spec book they take a little bit longer to produce. And just the way I am now, I'm probably going to be doing a book every other year, and sometimes I'll throw in 2 in a row. It just depends on the timing. But I haven't stopped, and my goodness, I've been so fortunate that I have been consistently selling books and getting published, and I'm at my third publisher now, and I still keep going. I think I'm just learning and growing still, always, but I
Mm.
haven't stopped, and I
Mm.
can't stop now. It's part of me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love how you talk about it. I love everything you're saying right now. And I want to ask, like, what do you think brought you to that point where you felt like you wanted to just go for it and where you felt like, yeah, I want to claim my space. I want to like this is my thing. Like what do you think brought you to that place?
Something that I love to write about in my books because I write coming of age is the idea of seasons, and is it your time or is it not? And when it's your time, everything will line up ahead of you. All the doors were open. The like light will go on in the tunnel and you will get through. You won't stumble. You won't fall down into a pit. And I feel like when you are trying to do something, even if you're good at it, even if you love it more than anything else in the world, but it is not the correct time for you, it is not going to love you back.
Mm.
And goodness, like for me, I got an agent, after that Pitch Wars, I had an agent in like 2 months. I sold in 3 months. I sold my second book I've ever written.
Mm.
Um, and I know some of my dear friends are on, they write 10, 12, 15 books before they start, and bless them. It's like that, it just wasn't quite their time yet, but they were working so hard. But when it is, when you like align with your season and you decide, it's waiting for you. It's like this is all waiting for you, and you are the last piece of it. And you
Mm.
don't have to like call upon all these gods of words and pages and pens and publishing and gatekeeping, but it's almost like it was waiting for you.
Mm.
That's what it felt like because it was so fast. And I did have such a like it was never an easy journey, but it just felt like a rightful one.
Mm.
So that's why I haven't been able to stop because I don't want to lose that.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, fair.
No, that, yeah. Yeah. Yes. No,
Yes,
that
if we
feels so right. No, I feel it too, like
yeah.
this, like not a frenzy, but this like need of like I need to keep going and keep like And I was really nervous when I first like got with Sinner's Eye, my very first book. I thought this might like, is this it? Like, is this all I have? But then the stories like just keep going or keep coming somehow, some way. And so you're like, okay, I have to snag onto this idea and keep going. And so where do you feel like your inspiration comes from with your books?
Emotion, for
Mm.
sure.
Ooh.
Like it's why I get asked this all the time, like, what do you want your books to do in the world? And I get asked at every event, like, what do you want most for readers? And I just want you to feel something. So the
Mm.
things that make me feel something, I have to write them because I'm like, look what I could do with this. My God, look what I can do with a little ordinary emotion. I can make this so much fun and so interesting and so heartbreaking and glorious and, you know, whatever, all the same, a million different layers. And so that's really, I'm very voice driven, I'm very heart driven.
Mm.
And because I live out a thousand lifetimes in my stories, and I live out a thousand traumas that I do not personally have to endure in my real life, or a thousand wishes. All of these things I don't have. Some of them I would never want upon myself, and some of them I do. But I get to live them out anyway, and that's very interesting to me. So,
This is such
yeah,
a
that's why.
fascinating. I'm just like sitting here absorbing. You've given such a fascinating answer. I could just like dissect it for ages. I love
Yeah.
that so, so much. And I'm taking notes because, yeah, I think you're right. That emotion, that moment when you're like watching or reading something and you like you see yourself or you're inspired or you're moved, like that is really that human experience is what we come to storytelling for, I think.
Well, look at the world. The world is numbing right now. The world is frustrating for me personally, for my
Mm,
family, for my heritage, people of my heritage. Look at Cuba right now. Look at, I turn on the news and I'm just upset and
mm,
frustrated and downturned and just angry.
yeah.
Um, I don't like to harbor anger and hate in my heart, and I find myself kind of like so dark. So the books have saved me in that way, where I can give something back to the world and I can say, come inside for a minute and join me in here. Like, go inside and it's safe. You're going to hurt, but it's going to be safe. And you're going to feel it's like a place to start and stop where things don't make sense and then they do.
Mm,
Um, where the world can be bad to a character. The heart can be broken for a character, but I can also fix it
mm,
in a way that I can't fix the world. So I can fix my own world. And then I invite my readers, if they are also angry and hurt and disgruntled and upset and scared,
mm.
that they can come in and just, I can give you 300 pages, and that's sometimes enough, you know?
Oh my God, you're giving me chills. I think I'm watching One Piece live action at the moment. I'm literally crying over all the episodes. And I think a part of
Mm.
it is just watching someone with such pure heart and good morals just like bash up all the crooked politicians and kings and everybody who wants to take advantage of people who just want to live. Like most people just want to live in like safety and peace and hope. And there's just like these evil people that just take it away. They take it away and they hoard it, and like it's such a precious thing to like. And I think it's so much more than just the escape. I think you give people hope that that's possible, and you remind people that there are other people around us who like do not abide by that evil. And I reckon that that's part of the power of that safe space. It's not just come here and I'll hold you for a while. It's like I fucking see. I
Mhm.
fucking see too, and I'm mad, and I want you to feel like there's more of us, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Platform is power, and I never like take that for granted. The
Mm,
fact that there's a 13-year-old in Duluth, Minnesota or something, or did I get the state right? Somewhere that I don't live, that's thousands of, and might be at the library reading one of my books is something that I do not ever get used to or take for granted. And so
mm,
that's a huge amount of power to that people who you don't know. So I have readers all over the world. My Cuban Girl book is sold in like 25 territories. There are everywhere they're reading this. I'm like, oh my gosh. And when you stop to think about that, and
mm,
I'm like, I can use that power for good. I can spread that. Like a joyful kind of ash, a different type of ash that's not dead, that is alive, different. And like sometimes I just sit in awe of that responsibility and that gift because it's cool. And so like how can I use that? Um,
Mm,
I think every time I sit down to write a book, I'm like, let this be something that is good and true.
mm.
Because my goodness, we need authenticity in this smoke and mirrors facade of a world. We need truth.
Yep. Yeah, I'm yes. Laura, yes. You are incredible. I've just been like loving just hearing you and just like breathing everything you have to say in. And it's so beautiful and powerful what we get to do with words and knowing, especially for young adult authors, that young adults will be reading your words and taking it to heart and feeling seen or just getting to escape. And it's all so beautiful. So has there been like what has been the thing in your journey so far that has really just surprised you or just brought you so much joy, so much happiness? Like what is the has been the best part of this journey for you?
It's meeting, it's sitting with you at dinner with margaritas and just laughing our asses off with our friends at events where we get to just escape just like our readers do. That is so meeting readers with my author friends. Like
Mm,
when we get to sit next to each other, like we were just at Texas Teen at like the same table or table mates, and we're both meeting our readers, but we're together and just the inside jokes of all of that, the you know exactly what I'm going through and I know exactly what you're going through. I know what's going to make you smile and you know what's going to make me smile. Just the being together, the that community and fellowship of all of us being in the green room, just wanting to sit in the spotlight of one another is
mm.
so cool. And then going out to panels and to hug readers, to take pictures, to sign books to them, to talk to them, to give them, to make them feel seen, all of that together. That's my very, very favorite thing. It's, besides writing the book, it's like when the book goes out and we get to do these cool things.
Yeah,
So fun.
same.
More margaritas too.
More
That was a
margaritas.
good night. That was
That
that
was
was a
fun.
good one.
That was a lot of cheese may going on.
There was
That
a lot of chisme,
it was so good.
as
Yeah.
it should be.
Yes. No, I agree. I love that too. That is absolutely my favorite part too. And like getting to just chat with authors is always so fun. Authors are just cool. They're just fantastic humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's
got
amazing like how little drama we actually have when we're together, considering the drama that we cook up in our books and considering just the big personalities that all of us are. But when we're together, we're just so boring and cool and like just so chill, but also fangirling each other. It's just like so
no,
fun.
I think
It's
that tracks.
weird,
I think that tracks.
right?
We've done all the therapy in the books, and now we're like, when we meet people, we're like balancing, we're regulating, we're like, wanting each other to heal and grow. I think it's great.
That feels right. That does feel right.
Yeah.
Okay, now to twist it on its head, what has been the hardest part of your journey so far?
Mm.
Oh my gosh, just where should I start? I think publishing, the business of publishing itself can be really, really difficult. And I have a beautiful team. I have a beautiful publisher now, the best editor, but having to just turn on a dime, be so elastic and flexible, having to deal with shifts and feeling like you're screaming into the void in the world of publishing sometimes can be really, really challenging to a creative who just wants to make their art,
Mm.
to an emotional person that's like, I'm the least business savvy person that, I know. I am just all creative, I'm just like, someone else do this for me. I don't know. It's math. It's like that. So it's that the business of it that while it gives you a platform, again, it gives you a voice, it gives you shelf space, it's also something that you have to learn to deal with, and that's been hard for me.
Mm. So understandable. The scream
Yeah.
Hmm.
into the void pain
Oh
is
yeah.
so valid and real.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, just like having to do Canva, having to do a graphic
Oh
is
my
so hard.
God.
But you have an assistant. You get
Now, but
amazing
see,
assistant, but yeah.
for most of it, yeah, that's a gift I gave myself after I decided it's like they kind of pay me not to do those things. So really nobody wants me on Canva It's just not my skill set. I can get by, and I'm creative and I'm aesthetic. Like, you know, I know my way around style. Like I know how something wants to look, but like executing it, I'm so bad. So I have given myself the gift of a little bit of assistance with that. And that has been very, very stress relieving. And yeah, that has been a good gift, the one that keeps on giving. Yeah.
Yes, amen to that. Yes, your graphics are on point. They're looking
Thank
good.
you.
But like speaking of looking good, your latest release, If We Never End, is gorgeous on the outside, 100 billion%, but equally beautiful and like mysterious and stunning and heartbreaking on the inside. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about it?
Absolutely. And thank you so much. It's exactly what I was going for. So
Yay!
we hit the nail on the
Nailed
head with
it.
that. I know. Yeah. And if we never end, 18-year-old Cuban American Sylvie Castellano thrifts an antique watch. And when she winds the crown, a boy appears who has no idea who he is or how he died. And Sylvie needs to sell this watch so she can move out from under the thumb of her controlling Cuban family who still thinks that even though she's 18, that she's Cuban 18 and that's different. And she still needs to be watched over and managed. And Sylvie would like to branch out and have her own life and make her own decisions. And if you find a watch that turns out to be a vintage gold, solid gold Vacheron Constantin worth on the secondary market, maybe 10 grand, that's a good start to kind of exerting your independence. Maybe you're getting your first apartment, getting to go to school where you want, where you can pay rent, maybe. Only problem, there's a ghost attached to this watch, and you
Mm,
have to help him get home so that, the thrift
mm.
shop doesn't wonder what's going on. So,
Oh my God, this
yeah.
sounds incredible. And I want to ask, you talked about like wanting to have feelings and emotions in your books. Is there like a specific particular feeling or something you hope your readers will take from this?
Wanting something that the world says you cannot have and wanting it anyway. Because and it's like a metaphor for there is a theme in this book. That is not the theme in this book, but that is the emotional
Mm,
driver of how many times are you told that you cannot have something? And it's something that you learn is the thing you want most. And what if you could? Even though the universe says, you know, you can't, he's already gone. What if you could? So I love for teens to come out of that with like, what have I been told that I cannot have, that I cannot do?
mm.
And how can I bend my own universe and twist my own fate to actually, maybe if it's your season and if it's your time, maybe to have that.
Oh my
Mm.
God. That's such an important book for teens as well because they really try keep. I remember that feeling so strongly in school, like the construct of like high school and
Mm.
everything's so regimented in your life, but there's this wild thing that pulls at your heart. And I think it's like your own heart trying to like call you to the places that are beyond that box that society tries to shove you inside. So it sounds like this might be a little key, a little whisper of a trail to follow out of that box that I think a lot of, yeah, like you're a kid, you've got to like follow your parents. You can't really do much, but yeah, such an important message.
And then my character, I think unwittingly, she's made her own emotional box. Sylvie is jaded and she has walls like that put the Great Wall of China to shame because everybody has left her, abandoned her, hurt her in a way that she's like, if they don't get close enough, they can't leave first. I'm going to leave first. And so when she meets Penn, this wildly attractive, charismatic, not uncute being who suddenly shows up in her Oregon cabin bedroom, he's already gone and I think he's the only one that can really start to break down those walls because that's her decision and he wants to know more about her as she's helping him to find out why he's still around, what he needs to do to move on. And she says, she says, I'm going to tell you because whatever I tell you is already buried. And I like that, you know. And he's like, you can tell me what am I going to do? Tell the moon and the sun and the stars about, who am I going to gossip to about you? No one else can see me.
Mhm.
And so she feels like oh, it's a way that I can voice what I have been stomping down inside myself for so long with in still and have it still be safe because he's already gone. And so those words are still yet will be buried yet again the way she loves it. So, and then she begins to change through that because I think Sylvie, and this is something that I see in teens and I've seen it in adults, especially maybe in my family, that if you don't say the words, it's not true.
Mm.
So if you never call yourself abandoned, then you refuse that moniker by not speaking it. And if you say it, then you internalize it. And if you internalize it, then you live it and you absorb it and it becomes part of your identity. So Sylvie has decided, I just shall not speak it and it shall not be true. And as long as I don't acknowledge it, I am not internalizing it. Well, how does that work out for us? And the lesson there, is about bitterness. What happens to all of the things that you suppress and you stamp down?
Mm.
They can kill you from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's she's like, oh, there's someone who's passed on who has died too soon. She feels he's gone too soon, just like you would meeting a 19-year-old who's living in your watch as a spirit, doesn't know why or where he is when he's not there. Yeah, and so she's like, if I'm going to tell somebody, it's this person because where's it going to go?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Everybody needs to read this book. Okay. I'm
Thank
not going
you.
to say why. I mean, obviously, we know it's so good, but you have to read it because there's some moments where you're like, your jaw will drop on the floor. And
You DM'd me.
yes,
I
I had
have
to go
I
right
have the
to the
proof in
DM.
my phone.
Yes, it's just so good. It's so, so good. So well done as usual. You're amazing. It's so good. Okay, I see we're down to like our final few minutes. So I want to quickly ask, like, looking back at all you've accomplished on your amazing journey, what advice would you give a younger version of yourself before you started this journey?
Don't change a thing. Just let it just take all but worry about it less.
Mm,
Mm. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's like you need it all, but you don't need to stress about all of it. You know, Even as I'm stressing now, like, is my TSA, am I going to get to all these next events where I get to see Angela? As whatever. As I'm stressing, I'm telling myself not to worry about these things. They're going to work themselves out. And that's how my writing career, like everything is going to work itself out. It's not going to be clear in the moment, but it will all work out. And I feel like I needed to go through every piece of adversity. I would not change them. I would just change my reaction.
Mm. I received this message with
I hate that. And we hate
the
it when we're going through it. I
yeah,
know no one
no.
hates it more than I do.
Mm.
but it's
But
But
true. It
it's
does work out. I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
And
stressing doesn't help
that's
or
it.
change
That
things.
no,
it
no.
really doesn't. It just like freezes you up in the moment from doing anything productive. So yeah, I like it's always easier said than done in the moment, but like it's such valuable advice to just like, yeah, just do it. Trust yourself to get through. But yeah, I see we're down to our like last minute. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing all your beautiful words. And yeah, I can see why
Thank
you two are
you.
drawn to each other.
Oh, Angela's amazing.
Yeah.
You're
So are
amazing.
you.
No,
Yeah,
you
I just
are. No,
stick
you
to
are.
Laura. Wherever Laura is, I just find her and I stick to her.
No, that's no goodness, we that was so funny. Or we're dancing in front of the sign with all our books, like complete goofballs and
Yeah.
loving every second. Yep.
Yes.
When in
Love it.
doubt, dance.
That's it.
Honestly, that's the best
Yeah.
advice ever. And back to your other point, it does stop you worrying if you just get up and dance and shake it out sometimes, you
Mhm.
know. But yeah, it's gonna cut us off any second. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
And yeah, you're
you.
amazing and so
Thank you
great to
so
be.
much. It's been a pleasure.
Love you, Laura. Thank
Love you too.
Of the publishing persuasion, of the publishing persuasion.